Hey there, thanks for taking a break from your workday with me. Hopefully, you can find a space and some time to be quiet and restful and present to yourself. So, to begin, making sure that you're in a comfortable seat, or if you have space to lie down, that's great. Allow your eyes to close and begin by tuning in to your breath, noticing if you are breathing fast or slow, taking deep breaths or shallow breaths. And if you can, inviting deep breaths, deep belly breaths, expanding your lungs fully as you inhale, and inviting a slowness to your exhale. When our exhale is longer than our inhale, it cues our parasympathetic nervous system, otherwise known as rest and digest. And it will actually help slow down your heart rate. So if you've had a busy, go day, a few deep breaths with a slowing of the exhalation can really help you settle back into your body and be more present to yourself in the moment. So taking a few more breaths like this. And it's important to take breaks from work. Work is good, but rest is equally important. So I'm going to walk through a few different ways that you can give yourself some rest in the middle of your workday. So when you're ready, letting your breath return to natural and blinking your eyes open slowly. The first thing is to move physically. So if you're able to get up and go outside and go for a walk, then turn this off, go do that. But sometimes we only have a short amount of time to work with, and so it might mean just pushing back from your desk a little bit, taking some nice big breaths, stretching. One of my favorites is to take a twist. So if you have the back of the chair, you can grab your arm around it. If you have an arm or something else to pull, you can twist that way. Wringing out the spine, as they say. And then, of course, taking that on the other side as well. A couple of quick twists, or maybe some lateral stretches. Really don't take a lot of time, but your back will thank you for it. Maybe you want to get some shoulder rolls in. Some wrist and ankle circles. If you're feeling especially tight in your neck, you may lower one ear down towards the shoulder, taking some breaths here to release tension. And then rolling the chin down toward the chest, taking your time. Again, breathing through each movement, and then rolling to the opposite side. Taking as many neck circles as you want, side to side, or circling all the way around if that feels good for you. I always gotta switch the direction, otherwise I feel lopsided. I don't know if that's a physical thing or just a mental thing, but I like to honor it. And if you're feeling anything in your mid back or low back, from sitting too much or being hunched over a computer keyboard, I love to take a modified standing downward facing dog. So just placing your hands on either a desk, table, or even your chair if you want to go really low, and stepping your feet back a ways so that you can extend through the spine, and then lower down as far as you have space and accessibility to do so. Decompressing the spine a little bit, opening up the heart space and the shoulders, maybe even stretching through the hamstrings, all the things that get tight when we sit for long periods. And then if you want to come forward for a variation on an upward facing dog, bending the back backwards, opening up the front of the hips. We've also got options to take some runner's lunges if that feels good. So you can always take a break to move physically. That can be very restful and restore some circulation and give your brain a break. You can also take a moment to rest your head, placing your hands down on your desk and just laying your head down. There's no shame in that, regardless of the time of day. Sometimes we need to close our eyes for a while to give them a break, especially if you've been doing a lot of reading or computer work that might strain your eyes. But also, one way to rest our mind, our body, and our eyes could be to just focus on something far off in the distance, and not even focus too hard, but just kind of let ourselves stare. So if you have a window that you can look out, just taking some time allowing yourself the freedom not to do anything. If you're worried you might fall asleep, you could always set a timer to remind you when break time is over. Staring out the window, daydreaming, can be very meditative. Whatever you choose to do for your break, I would just encourage you to remember to bring an attitude of curiosity and non-judgment to whatever comes up for you. So if you're noticing sensations in your body, just paying attention to that and listening to what your body has to say to you in this moment. If you are resting physically and letting your thoughts wander, just noticing what does come to mind, noticing what emotions may come up, and again, just being curious, what message does this carry for me, and being non-judgmental, recognizing that we are only human, so we come with all of our aches and pains, our soreness, our tension, our troubled thoughts, our wild and crazy fantasies, whatever it is that is happening inside of you, it's all part of your experience. So the more we can accept and embrace what surfaces, the more restful the experience will be, and the more mindful and present we are able to be as we move forward into the rest of our day. So thank you for joining me. I hope that this will help you in future times when you need to just step away from your work for a moment, just to remember that you have options to take those little breaks as needed. Take care.